Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Devin Adams. I'm a Fortinet instructor here in Tempe, Arizona, and this is a continuation of our last video where we explored the FortiManager's GUI. So I did not turn on the FortiAnalyzer features when I was first doing that last video, but I did at the end of the last video. And now this is just kind of a wrapping that up, and let's go see what features are now available, management panes, in the FortiManager now that it's also acting as a FortiAnalyzer. So let's go ahead and log into our FortiManager. So here's our Windows machine. Went to the IP address there, and it's admin. And if I can remember what super secret password I gave it. Oh, phew. Okay, good. It's been a couple of days, I couldn't remember. So anyways, now that you can see, there are a couple of different options here that weren't there before. So for starters, right down here, we have our SOC view. We also have our log view, incidents, and events, and also our reports. So those are going to be very specific to the FortiAnalyzer. So now, don't get me wrong, there was also the SOC view with the FortiManager, but like I said, it really shines when the FortiAnalyzer is plugged in, because essentially, guys, that's going to be the FortiView version of, well, this is going to be the FortiView version for the FortiAnalyzer. So, but let's go ahead and go back to our system settings here and see if anything's changed now that it's also acting as a FortiAnalyzer. And you should notice right away that there's now storage info that wasn't there before. So we're going to explain this a little bit more when we see our logs coming in, and also when we do ADOMs. But essentially, we are going to give quotas, right, to our different administration domains. And here we can see the root ADOM, which is always there, that has been allocated 50 gigs. All right, that's a maximum storage. And also there's a ratio here between analytics and actual log storage, and also the time that logs will be stored before they are purged. So won't make much sense until we start diving into that, and we will. We just got to collect logs first. But that's going to be our first kind of noticed difference here when we are turning on the FortiAnalyzer features. So also, logging topology. This is actually brand new. I have never seen this before, so I don't know if this is part of 6.2. Once again, guys, I got all of my certifications for my NSE 5 with 5.4, so I'm exploring a lot of these things for the first time with you guys. So that's kind of interesting there. Other than that, I don't really see anything else that's different now that we've turned on the FortiAnalyzer features from the perspective of the system settings. So going back to our management panes now, if this was strictly a FortiAnalyzer, we'd still have device manager, because as devices come into the FortiAnalyzer to collect logs, they will show up here as managed logging devices. So they still need to be approved. We'll go through all that in the next set of videos, so on and so forth. But you can also see the status of their logging too. So kind of neat. And then the SOC view, once again, we're going to have way more options here now that we're a FortiAnalyzer. So before, all we could really see in the FortiManager was what devices were up and alive. But now as logs start coming in and we start seeing threats, we start seeing traffic flows, we start seeing all the information, this should light up. So I'm really excited to explore these. So, and then monitors, ooh, that's kind of cool. So, all right, see how it says FortiView right there. So, all right, then the log view is going to be like our traditional logging. So as the devices come in and they start logging, we can see the logs here kind of in a tabular view, and then we can filter them out, so on and so forth. So kind of nothing new there. Events and incidences. So guys, what's so neat about the FortiAnalyzer is that it truly becomes a workable dashboard. So you'll be able to see threats, events, you'll be able to acknowledge them, right? So it's pretty interesting. So we're going to definitely explore more of this. So and then also here's all the event handlers that will go ahead and generate events and alerts, and it's pretty darn neat. So and then the reports. Now there's really no point of collecting all these logs from all over the place if they're not what I call digestible, if they're not able to give us some kind of message so we can make some decisions in a very quick readable way. So when it comes down to it, I will personally explore this with you guys on maybe generating some reports that could benefit you. What's nice about these two is that a bunch of them come canned off the shelf, okay? But with the magic of creating data sets and taking advantage of the FortiAnalyzer's SQL server, we can generate some neat reports, make some neat reports, and even have them happen on a schedule. So they're always emailed to us. And that way, you know, we can pretty much set it, run it, and then just start using it as a tool. So I'm really excited to explore that with you guys too. So those are really the 4 new additional features that the FortiManager didn't have until it also became the FortiAnalyzer. Now I haven't decided yet, for the sake of resources. I'm running all of these off of like a 10-year-old laptop, and I don't know if it's 10 years old, but it's about 6, and it can only handle so much. But I just might actually drop another device in here and have it as a standalone FortiAnalyzer, just to kind of see how that all works. But guys, that is it. So really, that was just a tour of all the different management panes from the FortiManager, and also the different viewing options that we have as a FortiAnalyzer. So, and a FortiAnalyzer is just a log aggregator, so there's no central management involved. But if you have a FortiManager, you do have a limited version of the FortiAnalyzer, and it's limited in the sense of, and I can actually see it here, if we go to System Settings on the dashboard itself, there is a limitation on how many logs per day they can collect. And even with this free license here, they're still allowing us 1 gigabyte of logging a day with 10 VDOMs, so on and so forth. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, because really there's nothing else to show until we actually start collecting FortiGates to centrally manage, and also logs to actually run reports and see events. So guys, I hope to see you back in the next video. And once again, I do these for my participants who are in my class. So I'm definitely not a YouTuber, guys, so I apologize if these, for lack of a better word, 40 suck. So but feel free to reach out in the chat, in the comment field there, if there's anything you guys want to request or see here. Maybe I can get up to it. But anyways, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video, where we add some FortiGates to the FortiManager. So until next time.